Okay. So how we are creating this input box. Okay. So now with the help of input tag, we are just going to create this input box. So I think till this point, everything is clear. Next thing I'm just going to do is going to create the, yeah. Okay. So next tag is button tag. Button tag is not a self-closing tag. You have to write something. Suppose, for example, I'm not going to write anything. It's just same. Whatever I have here, it's same, right? Now refresh this. Yeah.
Go a little bit slow, sir.
Is it going too fast?
Somewhat.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
And show me the text what you are typing. You are immediately skipping and changing. You cannot be able to see how you actually type.
Okay, guys. No problem, guys. Right? We can.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I think just after completing one topic, you can just paste that all those things in our chat box so that we can do it parallelly and see on my screen.
Okay. Great. No problem, guys. Right?
Can you do on the screen?
Sorry. Yeah, definitely. I'll do the same thing with on both the platform, guys. Right? Don't worry. Okay.
So just one thing, sir. So that button that we need to use that input type equals to button.
Guys, just mute yourself. Like where I'm getting a voice. Everyone was unmuted from the Zoom panel. Okay.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. Just bit a minute, guys. Right? I'm getting some unnecessary voice from.
Okay, sir. No issue.
All of you, like some of you, not all of you. Yeah. Now tell me, what you are looking for.
Yes, sir. That in where you are using this button separately, button tag, but we need to use that in input type equals to button, now, sir.
No, it's not compulsory. Let's understand that one. What's happening here? You can use input as a type button. It's perfectly fine, and you can use a separate button also. Now, definitely some of you have the concept or some have question, what is the difference, right? So just give me some time, right? When we will jump to the next step, the form concept, then I'll just let you know, right, that how input is going to work and how button is going to work. And both things are same. Like whatever input and type button can perform, same thing can also perform by button also, right? So it's not the big point.
Okay,
right?
sir. Then that text box also can perform by self.
It means
that text box you created, like input type equals to password.
No.
Type equarray to text.
No, so we
that
don't
all,
have any text text tag, right? We don't have any text, right?
Okay.
We have a text array tag we have, but not a text tag, right? So otherwise you will see in the next day. So definitely we have a password tag. Actually, we have a number tag, right? So it's not like that, right? Okay. So now we have a button tag, and inside this button, you all guys can see, like, sabhi dekh pa rahe hain na? Like we have this button tag. हम लोग इस button tag को use कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? And in this button tag, we are not writing anything right now, right? Okay, I hope clear. So now I'm just switching my screen, and I'm here, and now you can see I'm getting one button here. Get your point? I'm just getting one button here, but you can see I'm going to click it, and it's going to click. But I'm not getting any text, any keyword, or any content here, or any activity here. Okay, let's see how we can do this. Like for example, login. When I refresh and get this login button. Is it clear, guys? I hope it's clear for everyone. So we have this login button. I want to create some space from top. I will create some space from top of this button, right? So how we can do this? We all guys know, if we have two different element, and if we are planning to create some space from top to top and to bottom, or like between these two elements, then we have only one method, and we know this, like style method is like margin, right? So what we will do, we'll just use the style, and inside this use margin top can be 20px. Is it clear? View this button style margin top equals to 20px, and if I refresh, I'm getting some space. Now I think this is the point where you can understand the difference between margin and padding. Now let's see how it works. Okay, so guys, this is my margin, and what margin is creating, or what margin is doing? Margin is just going to create some space from this border to this border. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Till this point, everything is clear. Anyone have any doubt till this point that how margin is working?
Sir.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Lalit.
so can you explain BR tag, please?
BR tag, do you have doubt in BR tag, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just a minute. I'm just going to create, right? Or I'm just going to explain. Sorry. Now, BR is just creating the break. BR, what? Break. It's going to create some space between those two things, right? Like, for example, if I just remove this break, then you can see it's not in the next line, it's in the same line. Are you the point? So it's creating the vertical space. It's creating some vertical space. So now, if I'm just using the break, it's going to break your line. You can say the new line. It's going to create the new line. Do you know? We have a concept of new line also. So it's just working like this. So we have the break. So it's just going to create the new line. And if you paste it 2 times, it's going to create 2 break lines or 2 new lines. Is it clear? Is it clear right now, Lalit? Is it clear for you?
Sir, I have a doubt here.
Yeah.
So why do we use the forward slash after every tag? Like for input and for BR, we've used the forward slash.
The pattern is closing the tag. Like you can see here. I'm just using the black like slash using. So why I'm using?
Not that. For BR, sir. Like
For
BR is
BR,
just one single tag.
let's
It has
see.
no close.
In HTML, you have to close every tag. If you are going to open sub tag, you have to close it. Get your point? If you are going to open a parenthesis, definitely you have to close it. Otherwise, it will not work. Get your point, right? If you are using the curly braces, you have to open, so you have to close it. Same thing. If you are going to open the tag, you have to close it. So what's happening here? BR tag, your input tag, your IMG tag, these tags are self-closing tag. They will open and selfly close. Get your point? That's why I'm just using the slash. Is it clear right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now let's be here, and I create this login.
Sir, paste the code in chat.
Just wait a minute. Just let me complete this topic, then I'll paste it. Guys, can you bid this just for 1 or 2 minutes? Now, so we are here. Now, what I want, you know the pattern of like margin. Margin is creating this space. Now, let's see the difference of padding. Padding top. Let's see. Let's write the same code, just margin and padding. Now I'm just going to write the padding 20px. Let's see. Can you see this? Padding is creating the space between your text to border, but margin is creating the space between your border to border. Now I hope it's clear for everyone that how it's going to work. So padding is creating some space. Now, like for example, apart from creating padding top, I'm just going to create padding left, can be 10px, and padding right can be 10. Now, can you see this? It's not going to affect too much, right? But if it's 10 can be 20, now it's going to affect something. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Everything is clear for everyone? Till this point, everything is clear, guys?
Clear.
Right? Okay. Now, what I want...
Sir, clear, sir.
Clear? Okay, great. Thank you. Now, what I want to create some space between top and bottom also. From top and bottom also. So from left and right, it's 20px from top and bottom. From top and bottom. Adding top, I'm just looking for something 10px. Let's see how much effect is going to implement. 10px is too much high, right?
You are muted, sir.
Yeah. I just visited right now. I'm just going to focus about it. Yeah. So we have this. Now 5px is enough. Now, if padding top is 5px, then definitely padding bottom is also required 5px. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear for all of you? I hope it's clear for everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Huh?
Sir, where we use px and where we use percent?
Yeah, like px is a pixel. Percentage when you are just going to create some responsive thing. Like for example, if this card is with the help of like, what is the size of this card? 40%. Now, if I just change the size of this Chrome div, right? You can see size of the card is going to change, but size of your text, size of your button, size of your content is not going to change. Can you see this? Size of your card is going to change. Reason is because it's going to work based on your percentage of your screen size, percentage of your Chrome size, right? Can you point? But pixel is not going to take the effect. Is it clear? So this is the place where you have to use the percentage pixel or where you have to use the percentage. Am I right? Yeah.
So then it's good we have to use percentage.
Like it's we have to understand that we have to use the percentage or not. Like let me explain the size of this button. Suppose for example, just wait a minute, right? I won't just explain one key point, then I'll explain you the point that why we don't have to use everywhere percentage only, right? Okay, just give me a minute, right? Okay, now but can you understand, to make a button like this we have to write a 4 line of code: padding left, padding right, padding bottom, and padding top. Get your mind? It's too complex. Delete it. We have a single padding. Just use the padding and just write the 10px. It's padding 10px. Now, how padding 10px is working? Padding 10px is padding from left, padding from right, padding from top, padding from bottom. From everywhere is 10px. Get a point? That's I'm just getting padding left and padding right, padding top, padding bottom, right? Okay. Now I would change it. I want from top and bottom it should be 5, and from left and right it should be 20. Get a point? How we can do this? Let's see. 5 and 20px. Now can you see this? First place is your vertical place. Second place is your horizontal place. So if you are using 5px and 20px, so what's happening here? 5px is for top and bottom, and 20 is for left and right. So the 1 line of code is going to change complete output. Get a point? Now, if I have this and if I just refresh this, I'm getting it. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? Guys, anyone have any doubt in this padding concept, that how we are doing this padding in our button? Okay, great. Now I won't just increase the size. So it can be 5 to, I think, 7, and it can be 25. Good. Now I also want to provide border radius. Border radius can be 20px, right? And background color can be white. Background color can be white, and color of the text is being coral. Let me see what I'm writing is border radius 20px, background color white, and color coral. If I have this and if I just refresh this, you can see we are getting this content or this form. So we created our form till this point. Is it clear, guys? Anyone have any doubt till this point that we created this form from the beginning, from the basics, right? Log in your account. Sorry?
Sir,
Yeah.
we have just created this text box, but we did not mention that whether username and password.
Yeah, Nirmal, I can understand, guys, right? I know that most of you have a knowledge at least for HTML, CSS, right? Yeah. So it's really good. Like we can just jump forward, right? Guys, anyone is here in our class like who has like really very like who don't know about the HTML code, right? How we can code it? Anyone in the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just send me the message on chat box. Okay, because I know that till this point everyone like know the HTML, CSS, right? Rarely, right? No, don't. Okay, fine, no problem. So now point is here I'm just going to write text. Here I'm just going to write password. That's good. But now how I will know, how I will understand that here I have to enter username or email, or here I have to enter the password. So we have a next attribute inside my input tag. That's called placeholder. Everyone know, right? Placeholder, what you want to print before typing something, right? So enter your username. Now you can see I'm getting this, enter your username. Secondly, I'm just going to copy. I'm going to paste, enter your password. Okay, that's good. I hope till this point everything is clear, right? So this might enter your username and enter your password. You can write and you can just log in. Is it clear, guys? Till this point everything is clear for everyone? Anyone have any doubt till this point? No, I think not, right? Okay. Now I'm going to paste this code. Yeah.
Sir, please paste the code in chat box.
I'm just going to paste that code. Yeah. So I pasted this, guys, on. Oh, there's a problem. It's not going
Sir,
to
half year.
it's going to paste half part. Okay, I'm just going to share this file on WhatsApp group instantly, right? So you all guys can access the file, original file, html.5 file, right?
Okay, sir.
So revel in the folder. Yeah, I share this file, guys. It's just 1 KB file sizes, so you all guys can use it.
Sir, on Visual Studio Code, it's not letting me, view as you are viewing here. So you're giving enter for every line, for every attribute. But for me, even if I give enter, it's automatically going to the same line and displaying all the attributes on one single line. How to?
Okay.
Yes, so that's the doubt.
Just a minute. Yeah, tell me. Like you are going to like automatically on the same line, right?
Yes, sir. Everything is coming to the same line, so one single.
Okay. I think this is just your configuration, like your Visual Studio Code, how you configured it. That's how you're
So
getting.
like, which option is it that we have to turn off? That's what I don't know.
Mostly like the answer is like inside the settings. You have to go for the file and you have to check it. Like this is my configuration. Like I configured this, like automatic suggestions, auto import and all, right? So to check it, like where it's going to suggest, like for example, like what I'm using, I'm just using a formatter, and where it is formatter. You will get somewhere. Yeah, this one. Editor dot default formatter. So I'm just using a prettier VS Code, right? So if I'm using this line, right, it means it's going to format my code. So you can just use it, right? Okay. So whenever you have this, so how you can use it? I'm just going to paste this line on WhatsApp group if you all guys wants it, right? And
Sir, whole
code is going to send, and my WhatsApp says that I'm sending, but it's not delivered right now. Yeah, now it will be. Yeah,
the chat box, you are sending only half of the code.
No, on WhatsApp group. Just check on WhatsApp group. Khoj MERN web development WhatsApp group. I think you all guys received it right now. Yeah, have you received it? Yeah, that's good. So now jump here, index.html page. Now this is the point where we are going to start the working, right? Okay. So now what I'm doing here, we are going to start the learning of JavaScript, because till this point we know the basic of HTML, we created, right? But now our aim is to work on the JavaScript, because everything is just based on the JavaScript. You are going to learn JavaScript, React, Node, and Mongoose. Everything is just going to configure with JavaScript. So we have to start with JavaScript. So what I'm doing here, Guys, do you remember yesterday, like I told you guys that you have to install Node.js in your system. Do you remember? So how many of you are ready with it? How many of you have installed Node in your system?
Please wait, sir.
So me, sir.
Okay, just send me on chat box. Great. Is there anyone in our class who already worked on Node.js or who already worked on JavaScript? Okay, so are you excited to just jump in JavaScript? Are you excited for it? Okay, great. So let's jump. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to close it. Close this HTML file. Inside this MERN workshop, I'm creating a one folder, and my folder name is basic JS, basic JavaScript. I'm creating it, right? Inside this basic JavaScript, I'm creating a one file, and that file name is index.js. Now, and believe me, guys, whatever we are going to create, we will write the JavaScript in our index.html file also, but not right now. We have to understand first some basics of JavaScript. Then we will jump for integration of JavaScript with HTML, right? Okay. So with JavaScript.
Now you are doing in Visual Studio Code only, na?
Yeah, on Visual Studio Code.
And then Node for.
Guys, Visual Studio Code is your code editor. Node for executing the code. When you install the node installed in your system, right?
Yes, it's there. When I opened it, it's a notepad type of black screen came.
delete it, like close it, doesn't matter. And it's not important, right? You have to just go for the terminal, or you can say command prompt in your system, and just type node. When you type node, you will get this. You will get this. Get your point? Right? Okay. Now let's see. Like we have this, and let's start the JavaScript. How JavaScript works. So I'm just going to start from here. Don't worry, just see here, like, or just check here. Don't try to execute it. We will jump for the execution also, right? Okay. Kuldeep, we are not going to focus here right now, or like about HTML, like images, videos, and tables, right? Because our main or major focus is not HTML, right? Our major focus is Node, React, and JavaScript, and you can say Mongoose, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm not going to explain you, because you all guys can understand that within a 7 days, right, you can't learn even complete HTML, right? So, but we are trying to touch all the things. So what it will do, it will just give you some positive attitude that, yeah, you can learn it. And yeah, all these things are really important or profitable, right? Otherwise, if you tell me, sir, we want just learn only one thing, JavaScript on so on 7 days, I can do this also for you, right? But just it will be your choice. Okay, so now let's jump here. We are here on Node. What I'm doing here, guys, as we all know, if you want to declare any variable, or if you want to store some value inside the variable, right, we have to declare the variable type. So if you learn C, I think everyone have some idea about the C, right? So what you have to do? Int I equals to some value. Am I right, guys? You perform this step, right? You perform this task, or like most of the time, right? Whenever you are going to use, right? Or if int is not going to work, then you are going to use char also. Otherwise, you are just going to use some different data type, right? Okay. In JavaScript, what we are doing here, we have a variable var. We will use var variable, right? Okay. So now what var is doing, guys? How many of you used const in C language? You used it, const in C?
Yes, sir. For pi.
For define, right? Defining the values. Okay, fine. So now we are just going to use var right now. We will use const also. Var name. Name is
Hello.
yeah.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
सर मैं इसमें एकदम बेसिक से इसमें आपने जो बनाया ना basic.js, फिर उसके बाद में आपने एक फाइल जो बनाया है,
हाँ हाँ
JS जो बनाया आपने फाइल,
हाँ हाँ
तो सर क्या है कि भाई यही नहीं बना पा रहा अभी.
Acha, acha. Okay, good. Great. So, like, it's good. Like, you are just going to ask me this question, right? So, what I'm doing here, doing actually nothing. I'm just going to create this, delete this, right? Do you have a Visual Studio Code?
सर एक्चुअली मैं बिल्कुल नया हूँ इसमें, अभी मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम है, लर्नर बेसिक हूँ एकदम, तो
नहीं,
मुझे
बिल्कुल,
ज़्यादा
बिल्कुल.
पता नहीं.
Most of you are just a beginner, right? And I think like you can say first year students, most of you, right? Okay. So do
Yes.
nothing. Just आपने कल की क्लास की थी? You was in the last
नहीं
class?
सर, कल मैंने मिस कर दिया था, मेरा तबीयत खराब.
Fine. So what you have to do, you have to install this Visual Studio Code, right? Inside
Yes,
your
मैंने किया
system.
हुआ है.
First VS Code, right? Inside system. Whenever you install this,
Yes.
आपको इसे open करना है.
Yes.
आप open करोगे, आप इस folder पहुंच
Yes.
जाओगे, ठीक है? Then आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना है.
Yes,
Just
sir.
go for the desktop and create a one folder. आप उस folder को open कर लो, ठीक है? फोल्डर क्रिएट करने के बाद उस फोल्डर को आप विजुअल स्टूडियो में ओपन कर लोगे. आई होप यू कैन डू दिस टिल दिस पॉइंट, राइट? देन आप उसको जैसे ओपन करोगे, यू विल गेट दिस ऑप्शंस. आपको फाइल क्रिएट करनी, फोल्डर क्रिएट करना. सो यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ फोल्डर. यदि आपको फोल्डर क्रिएट करना है, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द फोल्डर, राइट? आप इस आइकन पे क्लिक कर सकते हो. फोल्डर पे नहीं क्लिक करना है तो राइट क्लिक कर लो एंड न्यू फोल्डर पे क्लिक करो. मुझे फोल्डर का नेम क्या देना है? बेसिक जावास्क्रिप्ट, राइट? एंड इनसाइड दिस जावास्क्रिप्ट आई वांट आल्सो क्रिएट अ वन फाइल. सो इसमें मैं राइट क्लिक करूंगा और क्लिक करूंगा न्यू फाइल पर. And new file name is index.js. That's simple. Is it clear? I hope it's clear for everyone, right?
Yes, sir, perfect.
Okay, great. Now I'm just declaring a variable x equals to, or not x equals to, I'm just going to use var name equals to Pratik. Yeah, name, right? So now we have this var name equals to Pratik. So if we have this output, right? Now what I want, how we can execute this code, this line of code. So guys, what I have to do, let me explain. You want to execute this code, this I'm just going to close this terminal. You are here on index.html file. Where you are here, you are here guys, index.html. Which file you want to execute? Index.html file, index.js file I have to execute, right? हमें index.js file को execute करना है, right? So now how we can do this? First हमें terminal open करना है. We will just open our terminal. Terminal open करने के बाद हमें ये देखना है कि हमारा terminal means you can say a command prompt, right? Command prompt. So command prompt में ये देखना है कि हमारे command prompt में location क्या है. What is the like my location? So आप देख सकते हो, like you can see that we have a MERN WS. It is my main directory location. We have this MERN WS. Okay. Now how we can execute this index.js file? हमें index.js file को execute करना. How we can do this? So it's very simple. How? Let's see. We will just use node command. Node, right? When you just like install the node in your system, it will just work for you. Just use the node command and you won't use or you won't just execute index.js file. तो मुझे index.js file को execute करना है तो वो कहां पर है, किस फोल्डर के अंदर है, like where this file exists in your system. So this file exists inside your base.js directory. So I will just call basic JavaScript, basic JS, and inside this we have this index.js file. So what I'm doing here guys, what I'm doing, I'm just writing node basics JS, then index.js and execute it. It's going to execute guys. You are not getting any output. It's not the point because you are not going to execute something inside your code, but at least you are getting something. You're getting something, like it's going to execute. Like for example, if you do this mistake, suppose as we are a beginner, we all know that we are just a beginner and we don't know how we have to execute, and I'm just going to use index.js. You will get this error, and आपको जब भी ये error मिले, whenever you are just going to find or going to get this error, module not found or cannot find a module, this, it means two possibilities you have guys. Right now as a beginner, so one possibility we have. After 2 days, you will be experienced person, so you will have two possibilities, right? So discuss first possibility. First possibility is कि आप जिस भी फाइल को execute कर रहे हो, वो path match नहीं कर रहा है. The particular file not exist in the particular location. Get a point? If you are trying to find some file, the file is not going to exist here, right? So you all guys have to just take care about it, right? So I hope you all guys can understand it. So now what I'm doing here, var name equals to pratik, right? Now अभी मुझे क्या करना है guys, समझिएगा. अभी मुझे क्या करना है, अभी मेरे लिए you all guys can say, मुझे इस नेम को प्रिंट करना है. क्या करना है? प्रिंट करना है. तो हम सभी लोगों ने सी लैंग्वेज तो एटलीस्ट की हुई है, ठीक है? वी ऑल नो अबाउट C, right? So what happens in C? If you want to print something, you have like printf. Experience in 2 days. Experience in 2 days to understand the basic things, right, Kuldeep? Not in all, right? Because if you talk about the experience, so your 5 year or 6 year of experience is just zero in front of some more experienced person, right? Okay, so you can't be experienced any time, right? Right? Okay, because whenever you're experienced 5 year, in the next 5 years, there will be a next hundreds of technologies. So you will be zero. Okay, or everyone will be zero, right? Okay. So now let's come to the point. So what is my point? My point is that var name equals to pratik. We have this variable or we have this value pratik inside the name variable, right? Now what's happening here? I want to print this. So inside the C language, we have the printf. If some of you know the Python, so definitely you know the print function we have inside the Python, right? And if you know, some of you know the Java, then we have a system out, something like this, right? So we have a multiple possibilities. Yeah.
टर्मिनल वाला समझ नहीं आया.
टर्मिनल वाला समझ नहीं आया. टर्मिनल पे कुछ भी नहीं करना. देखो समझो ना पॉइंट को, बहुत इजी है टर्मिनल के लिए. आपकी लोकेशन क्या है, आपका फाइल कहां पर, आपका कोड कहां लिखा है, index.js फाइल के अंदर. समझिए इस बात को, बहुत इजी है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. index.js फाइल के अंदर, इन इट्स नॉट ओनली फॉर द जावास्क्रिप्ट, इट्स फॉर एवरी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज. अब समझिए ना, आपको क्या एग्जीक्यूट करना है, index.js फाइल. आपको कुछ और एग्जीक्यूट करना है क्या? नहीं. अब index.js फाइल कहां पर है? मेरे बेस जेएस की फाइल के अंदर, बेस जेएस फोल्डर के अंदर, बेस जेएस फोल्डर के अंदर, राइट? और बेसिक जेएस फोल्डर कहां पर है? MERN WS फोल्डर के अंदर, राइट? My index.js file exists inside the basic JS. Basic JS exists inside the MERN base. Now, how to open the terminal? Control, hold your control key, right? And press the, you can say, the key which exists just below the escape key, right? Let's see. I think most of you getting the point, most of you not. No. Oh, my internet is not working. Why? Hold your control key and press this key. You can say we have this inverted comma or reverse inverted comma, right?
Sir, it's called backtick.
It's called backticks. Yeah, it's called backticks, you can say, right? Okay, so you do just press this. Okay, thank you so much. So we have this backtick. Yeah, so you have to use this backtick, right? So how you can find it? Control and press backtick key. Or otherwise, if you familiar with the gate symbols, gate logics, like logical gate symbol, so it's a not gate symbol, right? So you can understand.
Sir, it's called tilde. That is called tilde.
Okay.
Which key, please repeat.
Sorry?
Which key you just told us? Please repeat that for me.
Hold the control and press this key. Someone says tilde, someone says backtick, someone says reverse inverted comma. I'll say is not gate symbol. So anyone can say anything, right? Okay, so we have this tilde, backticks, inverted comma, whatever you want to call, right? Okay, backticks. So just press this control, hold the control key and press this key, right? Okay, I hope it's clear. So whenever you do this, like I'm just going to delete this, right? Now whenever do this, so control and tilde key, right? Or backticks, control and backticks. So you are here now. like based on the configuration of your system, Linux, Windows, or Mac, right, whatever you have, but you will get name of your current directory. That's called current working directory or present working directory, PWD, present working directory. So presently I'm working inside this MERN WS folder. Right? It will, maybe it will not work in your system, right, if you're Windows user, right, but you are here. But now अभी हमारा index.js फाइल कहां पर एग्जिस्ट करता है? बेसिक जेएस के अंदर. बट आर यू ऑन द सेम फोल्डर? क्या आप बेसिक जेएस फोल्डर के अंदर है? नहीं. हाउ वी कैन मूव इट? दो पॉसिबिलिटी है गाइस हमारे पास. इफ यू वांट टू मूव फ्रॉम वन लोकेशन टू अनदर लोकेशन, वी हैव cd change directory, cd. so cd basic js. तो अभी आप देखेंगे तो आपकी करंट डायरेक्टरी क्या होगी? Get my point? Current directory क्या होगी मेरी? Basic JS. We have this basic JS folder. Yeah, Jatin, I don't know about it, so thanks for it. So now we have this basic JS. Now, अभी जब मेरी डायरेक्टरी basic JS है और यदि मैं आपसे पूछूं कि मेरे basic JS फोल्डर के अंदर कौन सी फाइल है, index.js फाइल है, और मुझे एग्जीक्यूट कौन सी फाइल करनी है, index.html फाइल करनी है, सॉरी index.js फाइल एग्जीक्यूट करनी है, तो मैं क्या यूज करूंगा? Node index.js, execute it. Now I don't have to call basic.js/index.js. मुझे भी basic.js/index.js क्यों कॉल नहीं करना है? रीजन इज बिकॉज मेरी करंट आईटी basic.js है. तो अभी यदि मैं इंडेक्स डायरेक्टली लिखता हूं तो मेरे प्रोग्राम को मिल जाएगा ना कि बेसिक index.js कहां एग्जिस्ट करता है, राइट? दैट्स व्हाई वी आर जस्ट यूजिंग node index.js फाइल, राइट? यदि आपका जो करंट लोकेशन है वो आपका MERN वर्कशॉप है या आपका डिफरेंट फोल्डर है एंड आपको इस फाइल को एग्जीक्यूट करना है, यू आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू एग्जीक्यूट दिस index.js फाइल, but your current location is MERN workshop or different folder. So to change it, so node, and you have to use basic JS, then you have to call index.js. That's same. Both are the same possibilities we have. I hope till this point everything is clear for everyone. Anyone have any doubt, guys, till this point? Anyone, guys, have any doubt? Just tell me yes or no.
हेलो सर.
Yeah, Akash.
सर करें सर, ये जो टर्मिनल जो आपने अभी दिखाया है,
हम्म,
तो क्या सर टर्मिनल से डायरेक्टली पता करने के लिए है बस कि हम मतलब कि फोल्ड पता कर सकें, मतलब कि फोल्डर कहाँ पे है, कहाँ एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है, बस सर यही है? और सर आगे का मतलब नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, जैसे कि और क्या हो रहा है टर्मिनल प्रोसेस?
नहीं समझ में आ रहा है आपके लिए? आप ऐसा बोल रहे हो मुझे कि लाइक हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, नोड क्यों लिख रहे हैं, ये सब कुछ?
नहीं सर, हमें मतलब यही बस अभी तक ये आया है कि मतलब कि ऐसे हम डायरेक्टली पता कर सकते हैं कि हम इस टर्मिनल कहाँ एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं, कि फोल्डर जो भी आपने बनाया MERN न्यूज़ वहाँ पे है, और सर इसका आगे की प्रोसेस क्या है और इसका यूज क्या है इस JS में सर?
ओके, लेट्स सी. इसे क्लोज कर दिया हम लोगों ने, ठीक है? लाइक मैं कम से कम 5th टाइम तो क्लोज कर ही रहा हूँ. ओके, नाउ अभी हमारे पास ये हो गया, मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर आ गया विजुअल स्टूडियो कोड, ठीक है? अब मुझे मेरे प्रोजेक्ट को ओपन करना है, तो मैं कैसे करूंगा? ओपन पे क्लिक करूंगा. मेरा प्रोजेक्ट कहाँ ओपन करता है? डेस्कटॉप में एग्जिस्ट करता है. डेस्कटॉप के अंदर कहाँ एग्जिस्ट करता है? MERN वर्कशॉप फोल्डर के अंदर. MERN वर्कशॉप फोल्डर कहाँ है मेरे पास? ये रहा MERN वर्कशॉप, राइट? ओके, इसके अंदर 2 फोल्डर हैं. अभी आपको दोनों फोल्डर ओपन करने, एक फोल्डर ओपन करना है, मुझे दोनों ओपन करने, मतलब इन दोनों में से मैं कहीं भी क्लिक नहीं करूंगा. मेरा क्लिक कहाँ पर रहेगा? MERN वर्कशॉप पर रहेगा एंड ओपन कर दूंगा. मैं जैसे ही ओपन करूंगा मेरा क्या ओपन हो गया? मेरा MERN वर्कशॉप फोल्डर ओपन हो गया. यदि MERN वर्कशॉप फोल्डर ओपन हो गया है, इट मींस वी कैन जस्ट यूज इंटरनली कंटेंट, राइट? तो आपने जैसे ही MERN वर्कशॉप फोल्डर ओपन किया और आप जब भी टर्मिनल को ओपन करोगे, राइट, टॉगल टर्मिनल, यू आर गेटिंग द हिंट आल्सो, right? You are getting this key and backticks key, right? You will get a different alert, right? ये लाइक आपके कॉन्फ़िगरेशन के अकॉर्डिंग आपको दिखाएगा आपको क्या प्रेस करना है, ठीक है? तो जैसे कंट्रोल एंड बैकटिक प्रेस करोगे आपको टर्मिनल मिल जाएगा एंड आपकी लोकेशन वही होगी जो आपका रूट फोल्डर है. रूट फोल्डर मींस आपने मेन कौन सा फोल्डर ओपन किया है, सब समझिएगा मेरी बात को. मैं फाइल पे जाता हूँ, ओपन पे क्लिक करता हूँ और क्लिक करने के बाद मैं बेसिक जेएस को ओपन कर लेता हूँ, सपोज, है ना? अब मैं जिसको इसको ओपन करता हूँ और यदि हम लोग अब यदि टर्मिनल को ओपन करते हैं तो मेरी करंट लोकेशन क्या होगी, बेस जेएस। रीजन इज क्योंकि मेरा रूट डायरेक्टरी क्या है, बेसिक जेएस फाइल है, बेसिक जेएस फोल्डर है, ठीक है, दैट्स व्हाई।
हाँ
गेट अ पॉइंट? आई होप इट्स क्लियर राइट नाउ फॉर एवरीवन, राइट?
सर यहाँ तक तो क्लियर है और सर इसके आगे मतलब इसमें क्या प्रोसेस है यहाँ
अभी देखिए, अभी मेरे पास index.js फाइल है, अब मैं कोड